Live. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Thursday Night Football Cards. This is the next best thing to actual football, is talking about fantasy football, and even better, talking about football cards. So tonight's live stream is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for joining me. We're now just 3 weeks out from the regular season at Houston at Kansas City. What is up, everybody? I do not have technical difficulties tonight. I am here. Guess what, guys? I was just talking about the other night how my Devontae Adams PSA 9 that I bought a few weeks ago in my wide receiver video, I bought for $21, and then I flipped it a couple weeks later earlier this week for $50. Well, guess what? I checked ComC today. I had to check it. I've been checking it. Someone bought it for $100. Can you believe that? And so I'm just looking at my ComC dashboard, and I'm seeing football card sales left and right. And you know what's really cool is when I got into ComC, comc.com back in the end of March, early April, I put in around $300 total. $300 was my max. I put in $200 in the beginning, and then a few weeks later, I put in another $100, and I'm now up to $600 in total sales, and I still have 146 items in my inventory, and I still have 90 of those items are for sale. So it's just incredible. And so I want to talk about, I've got pulled up the world famous draft kit that I've been talking about since day one on my channel from Matt Kelly and Patrick Murphy at playerprofiler.com. This is going to be an open Q&A. I've also got these 2 packs of Donruss here, and this one is definitely heavier than this one. And I'm going to be giving away the cards from inside of these. They are sealed. They have not been altered. I do not know what's in them. I hope that it is a Lamar Jackson rookie card. Well, yeah, I mean, it'll be painful to give it away, but I will do it tonight, guys, for you guys. So open Q&A, ask me anything. We're going to be talking about football cards. We're going to be looking ahead at the schedule here, guys. I've seen a lot of you guys jump in. This is fantastic. Looking at week 2, we talked about week 1, Houston at Kansas City. We're talking about, let's take a look at week 2, the Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. This is very exciting. I cannot wait to see Joe Burrow play in the NFL, man. This guy makes such good decisions under pressure, and he's such an accurate, he's a big guy. He's an accurate passer, and he's going to be really exciting to watch, especially with A.J. Green, you know, going into his final stretch here, and Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon and the weapons there. And then you have on the other side Cleveland Browns, man. And this is going to be a shootout because neither one of these teams have a really strong defense. And the Cleveland Browns have supposed to have a powerhouse offense this year under Stefanski, with your boy Baker Mayfield, with Odell Beckham Jr., with Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, the whole 9 yards. And we go week 3. We got the Dolphins at the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I was listening to my favorite fantasy football analyst, Matt Kelly, the Podfather, earlier today, and he had a guy on, RC. What was his? Yeah, RC Fisher. He's from fantasyfootballmetrics.net, and this guy has an incredible knowledge base. Like, it puts these guys that I followed put my football knowledge to shame, man. It's incredible. But anyways. His bold prediction this year is that the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs with Ryan Fitzpatrick as their quarterback, and that's pretty amazing. His other bold prediction was that Jalen Hurd leads all 49ers in fantasy production this year over Deebo Samuel, and they like to rotate running backs there in San Fran. They don't have a whole lot of loyalty to Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert, Kyle Juszczyk. I really like the Jalen Hurd call, and he's going to be one of my targets now in buying rookie cards. And something else I want to talk about tonight is, the difference between buying a player's rookie card like a DJ Moore in Carolina or like a Christian McCaffrey on a team that's going to be faced with a ton of negative game script, and Vegas is only predicting them to win 5.5 games. But these are great athletes and great athletic profile and big time on-field performers and producers and fantasy performers and producers. And I'm still investing in their rookie cards, even though they're not going to make it to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. I just have to have the expectation that once their regular season is over and they stop putting up highlights, or even, after the second half of the year, unless they're making incredible plays on the field, I don't really see their rookie cards going up as much as the guys on teams that are high up in the power rankings that are making it towards the end of the season and making it into the playoffs. So that's something that we just have to, as football card investors, when we're talking about selling cards, we just have to take that. We just have to remember that, the teams that are going into the playoffs and making it to championship games are always going to have the biggest boost at the end of the season there. But these guys that have incredible athletic profiles that are just on a team that has a much poorer defense like the Carolina Panthers, I'm still investing in them. And right now their cards are still going up, right? There's still hype around these guys. We all know. Like I was at Walgreens today, and Christian McCaffrey's on the front cover of Sports Illustrated fantasy magazine. You had Lamar Jackson on the other one, and then you had Patrick Mahomes on the front cover of GQ. So, I mean, that's an indicator right there to be invested. What's up, David Hunter? You're the man. Jason Breaks, my Canadian brother. Oh, and we have a lady in the house tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, Shelly. So it's not all guys. Never thought I would, but I bought a Fitzpatrick 2012 Prism. That is awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, because I really like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Going back to the fact that he went to Harvard for college. The guy's he's got a really high Wonderlic score. He's a really smart guy. He's a journeyman. He's played for like 20 different teams in the NFL. And I love this guy's bold prediction that the Dolphins, they won out their season last year, and like the last 4 games. And I think that they could definitely have a big bounce back year. What's up, Brian Kingsley in the house? Who else do we have in the house tonight? Luke, F73, what's up, man? You picked up some Tyler Boyd? Nice, bro. Nice. You got to parlay that with some AJ Green, brother. Hope the baby's doing well. Hope the kids are well. Burrow versus Baker. Always love seeing such QB match pickups week to week. Brett Hallamore, what's up? All right, y'all, let's dig in. Got my moose head here. Jerry, what's going on, man? Yes, I am going to open up these 2 packs of cards tonight. I'm just talking about some really fun football stuff first. I got to build up the suspense before we open these up. I have to build up the suspense and the anticipation. I have to kind of formulate on the fly here my question, my challenge to you guys around who's going to get the cards inside of these. So I'm not quite sure yet. Daryl, what's going on, man? I'm not sure I've seen you here yet before. If you're new, welcome to the quest. I kind of just gave an overview of what I do here, but it's really all centered around football cards and fantasy football, brother, and football. Yes, holy crap, 100 is right, David. I can't believe it, dude. I checked it today and it said sold out, and ComC hasn't updated the sales history yet. They haven't even added on there that I sold it for 50, and that was just Monday, and the guy didn't even offer me nothing. He just bought it outright, $50. I was like, what? And I went and looked, and there is the same card because there was only one. He relisted it for $99.99. I checked today, sold out. So if someone made him an offer, I'm sure it was close to that $100 mark, or someone bought it at that $100 mark. Yes, thank you, Comeback Card Investor. I clicked add to stream tonight. We are here, and I'm going in backwards order. Now I'm going back down to the bottom. Yes, this is fantastic. Brad, the Comeback Card Investor, sent me a message earlier today that just put a smile on my face. I haven't seen this guy in such a long time. And the kids, they know him as Uncle Brad. And we are very excited to see you in Tampa, brother. His birthday is the 26th, is next week, and he is coming to Tampa next week. Oh, I kind of spilled the beans. Sorry, Brad, if I wasn't supposed to say anything. I just started talking. I saw your comment about birthday next week, and I immediately thought about the message you sent me. And yeah, we're definitely going to be doing an in-person collab. And yeah, the wife's not going to be happy if you go bringing that shit down here, bro. So just leave it over there. Wear your mask. Stay safe. Brandy. I want to say that someone used to say this to us back in grade school, back in the day. I can't remember, but that's a funny comment. What is up, Jason's Breaks? I think I already said hi to you, but hey, what's up, man? So, guys, what kind of questions you got? You'll send me some hair. Bring the cake. Yes, bring the cake, brother. We don't have cake shops like you got bougie cake shops out in LA. So bring the fancy cake. Cheers. Cheers. Papa John's football. You know, that was the first job that Brad had. That was actually my second job. I worked at a ton of pizza places when I was a teenager. That was my favorite food. So I worked at Hungry Howie's, and then Brad convinced me to switch over to Papa John's, and I did. And I'm glad I did, because that's where I met my girlfriend at the time. She's now my wife. So that was a really good decision that I made. Plus, we had a ton of fun working at Papa John's. I remember when the Bucks won the Super Bowl in 2002. Brad and I were actually working that night, and we had the game. We had a bunch of dough racks in the front of the store stacked up, and we had the TV on top of it, and we were watching the game. And when we won the Super Bowl, when we made that game-winning interception, Brad was carrying me around on his back, running around the store. I was riding around on Brad's back, going crazy. And then we get in our cars and we go drive, and there's a guy streaking down the main road there with a Bucks flag, and everybody honking their horns. We drove by the stadium. We went there a couple days later when they brought the trophy home, and it was just I mean, it was like shoulder to shoulder, packed sardines. You know, barely could get in there, but it was absolutely incredible. Oh, very good point. That is something I want to talk about. There is rumors Dez Bryant is working out with the Baltimore Ravens this week. And that could be huge, because there's not a lot of options there in Baltimore outside of Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews for Lamar Jackson to hit up in the air. And the Baltimore Ravens do have a little bit more difficult schedule this year. What is up, the gaming god LJ? Yeah, so what's UO up? What is up, gaming god? I hope you're well, my friend. Yeah, so the Baltimore Ravens have a little bit harder schedule this year, and I think we could see the Ravens, after the first third of the season, be forced into these situations where they actually have to play Lamar Jackson the entire game and actually have to throw the ball a little bit more. So the addition of Dez Bryant could be huge. And Dez Bryant is a guy that's all but retired, and he hasn't played since like 2017. That's something to keep your eye on. I saw that rumored. Not rumored, it's facts. He's in Baltimore right now working out with the team. If he signs with the Baltimore Ravens, guys, get ready for the next Cam Newton rookie card spike. What is up, Green Bay, the pack opener? Hey, guys, you heard it here first. Here's another sleeper pick from deep within the fantasy analyst knowledge base that is more advanced than what the NFL scouts will give you. It's not something that you're going to get from probably Matthew Berry, although I do like Matthew Berry, and he's the OG, you know. And I got to give him a ton of props. But Alan Lazard on the Green Bay Packers, his closest comparable player is Mike Evans. Almost identical hand size, identical height, identical weight, identical speed, identical burst score. The only difference is Mike Evans has got freakishly long arms. Mike Evans' arms are 3 inches longer at the same height as Alan Lazard. And the reason why Alan Lazard did not get drafted in the first round with a high draft capital like Mike Evans is because Mike Evans had a really prolific college career. There in Texas in that offense with Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, lighting him up. Mike Evans put up a ton of production, big name college, drafted high. All right. Alan Lazard went to Iowa State. There's not a lot going on in Iowa State. And not to mention, but none of Alan Lazard's quarterbacks even went to the NFL and even made it to the NFL. And so now he is poised for a breakout year, guys. So that's a guy, just know that, like, 4 weeks into the season, when everybody's talking about Alan Lazard, you saw what happened to Davante Adams. We know Rodgers has got a chip on his shoulder. He's going to come out guns blazing. Just be ready for the Alan Lazard blow up. Was that me? Gaming God, is your ComC username Good Game Me? If it is, then you are correct. And I think you have you've rejected a couple of my offers, and I don't blame you if you have, because I make fair offers, but with all the prices right now on ComC, they're going to keep going up because we have nothing to talk about but hype and projections going into the season. That's a big reason. Like, I'm listing very little cards. Like, I'm holding back a lot because think about it, guys. We still have 3 weeks left to the first Thursday night game, and I really think that's when I rejected the only one you gave me for $4. Oh, Boss M. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do, Boss M. Okay, interesting, man. This is fascinating because I've seen other, like, I remember doing some research on ComC and seeing the hobby box on there as a card user. Yeah, Brian, great point. I'm going to highlight Brett Hollimore. What is up, Card Dojo? What is going on, man? Glad to see you here. If you guys haven't checked out the Card Dojo, check out his channel. I just watched a recent video. He actually went to the Yankee Stadium and did some card opening there. That was really cool. Brett Hollimore, is Fournette going to finish the season as a Jag? I absolutely think he will finish the season as a Jag. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars have shown a ton of confidence in Leonard Fournette, not only in the fact that he's got a good athletic profile, he's a good receiver, he's a good running back, but they've also have not gone out and picked up running backs to rotate him out with. I mean, he's a guy that's out there 100% of the time. That's the thing. We look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's like, okay, they're one of the lowest on the totem pole in projected wins this year, and they're in a tough division. But Gardner Minshew is an incredible quarterback. The guy's got incredible accuracy. I love the Mississippi stash. He's got the he's got like the flare outside of the field, the Jaguar King post that he makes, and just he's got a pretty good social media following. And I was trying to convince him to get into. Really, that is interesting. That is my goal here is to get some of these high level fantasy analysts. My eventual goal is to get some high level fantasy analysts to do some interviews with me and to talk to them about football cards. And I think I can, as we grow this community. If we get over 1,000 subscribers and we start getting several thousand subscribers, like our main man Brad, to come back over here, I can easily see some of these high-level fantasy analysts coming on and talking about football cards, and in turn, we're gonna propel everything forward even more, and that would be fantastic for all of us involved. So I definitely think so. This is a great point. Let me come over here to bounce back to this Leonard Fournette topic. Let me go to this world famous draft kit and show you guys just how insightful this is, because we look at Leonard Fournette and he is ranked number 24 overall out of all NFL players, but he's about number 14, 15 on the running backs. 6 foot, 240, age 25. This is from Matt Kelly, right? He's the Podfather. This guy's award winning. People pay him thousands of dollars every year to help for him to help them set their fantasy rosters and their lineups throughout the year. And if they don't make it to the playoffs, they get their money back. All right, so he's good. One of his top favorite players for fantasy 2020 is Leonard Fournette. He loves Leonard Fournette as a talent. Remember when he used to be a generational talent? Yeah, when he was drafted, we were all talking about him. We were all drafting him, arguably first in our fantasy drafts. But he has become an extreme bargain in fantasy football in 2020. So there's a lot of value. He's on the Jags. Leonard Fournette 2020 can be the Derrick Henry 2019 story. Weaker offense gets behind its power back, who in his money year, and tries to ride him to the playoffs. And it's sweet for fantasy purposes. And that's from R.C. Fisher at Fantasy Football Metrics. And so, yeah, I'm very bullish. You guys, so a strategy, a good strategy for you guys when you're going into your fantasy drafts this year, look at picking up Leonard Fournette in the 3rd round. He should be there, and that's an incredible bell cow pickup who's going to be on the game 100% of the time, and in the receiving game, in the running game. And the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be faced with a ton of negative game script this year and are going to be airing it out and wide open all the time. Yeah, help me help you. Let me see, Brian. Luke highlight. Matthew Berry was on a podcast the other day. That I want to listen to that. I have not listened to Matthew Berry in a little while, even though I really like the guy. I've listened to his audiobook, The Fantasy Life, and his backstory is incredible. Guy's got an awesome, incredible work ethic. He goes way back to when my father-in-law told me stories about when fantasy football was going on in the 70s, what he would do. He grew up outside of Pittsburgh, big Notre Dame fan, huge Notre Dame community. He went to the games when Rudy was playing there in the stadium. And what they would do is they would go to their corner store, like a convenience store, the general store there and in their neighborhood. And that's where they would make their picks. Him and his buddies would get together. The store manager would be the commissioner. He would have a piece of paper. You take turns picking your players. They'd write everybody's players down on the sheet. And it was basically like a best ball format. There was no subbing out players, this and that. But he would keep track of all the stats. And they had a fantasy football structure. And every week you would go by the convenience store and you'd check your numbers. And the convenience store owner gave out prizes to the winners, gave out giveaways, whether it was cards or other stuff in the store like candy and Coke, soda, and we're all mad down here. Adam Lefkoe does a Getting Football podcast. Yes, Jerry, I have heard this. Adam Lefkoe got into it from Gary Vee, and then I listened to Adam Lefkoe's, and he's a very polarizing voice, and there's a lot of stuff he was talking about. I was like, man, that almost reminded me of me when I was brand new back in April, getting into Sports Card, that podcast. Yeah, dude, it was very caveman-esque yeah, it is. It is. Just let me go buy a few first, Boss Sim gaming guy. or I might be making you an offer. I I haven't got to him yet, but Dez, definitely. I like Dez. I mean, I bet you his rookie cards are so cheap right now. And if he signs with the Baltimore Ravens, you're talking about buying a rookie card right now for a pennies on the dollar, and he signs with the Baltimore Ravens. We're looking at that skyrocketing based on the media hype and the presence. Yeah, using papers and pencils. So Jason, that Giannis clip was funny. All right, guys. I say we go ahead and open one of these up. This is no, the camera's always backwards. This one. This one is lighter. So we're gonna open this one first. This, I bet Brad already scooped him up. You're probably right, Shelly. You're probably right, Shelly. I bet you Brad is gotten onto. I don't know though. I know he had to go to Vegas to do some work. So, oh, he only had enough credit for 3. That's perfect. That's perfect because I got some credit that is burning a hole in my pocket that I need to go pick it up. So my first question is going to be a pretty easy one. We'll see who gets it first. But I'm expecting this guy to have a huge year, and he's on a love or hate team. But my question is, who had the most passing yards in 2019? See who can type the fastest. Fairly easy question. He's a Chris Godwin. I said passing yards. Nope. Jason breaks. Not correct, sir. Winston, nope. Russell. David Garcia. Welcome to the quest, man. I think this is your first time here, brother. Welcome to the quest. I like that Metal Gear Solid. That looks like a Metal Gear Solid logo. Oh man, love that game from my childhood. I have not played that in a long time. That's a cool logo. David Garcia got it. Let's see. This is going to be a little interesting because I don't have, and I'm not at the Card Dojo level of breaking packs yet. So I'm going to be very ginger about it. Brian, man, what happened to you, man? You weren't ready? I knew you knew the answer. Doug Martin, number 1. John Elway. That's pretty cool. Greg Olson, he's retired. Josh McCown. Wow, so far this is I like probably the John Elway the most. Alex Mack. Okay. They put a long snapper or center in there. Tyler Eifert. Come on, man. Give this guy a rookie card here. Robert Woods. Your rookie card is Harold Landry. I'm sorry. David, no Lamar Jackson, no Nick Chubb, no Josh Allen. Man, damn, what's up? What's up with that? This is why I don't buy so many packs, guys. I have to live vicariously through the Card Dojo, through Gaming God, and some of these other guys that do a lot of ripping. I don't know how you guys get so lucky, but again, I'm sorry, not on our screen. Womp womp. Alex Mack. Either way, David, if you say, I won't be offended if you say, no, don't even worry about sending me these cards. But I will love to send you these cards, brother, if you think that any of these will provide value to your personal collection or investment value. Maybe the John Elway. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of throwback. But yeah, man. So I bought these 2 packs off of eBay for $13. And I know it's a complete gamble, but I thought it would be fun. It'd be worth it. And if there is a Lamar Jackson, we're looking at a huge return on investment there, but just low chances. Brad. David Hunter says, that's why I moved to singles, buying through Beckett instead of box. Love the ripping aspect, but the payoffs were spotty at best. Sweet, sweet, dude. I will include, you know what? I've been saving a little stack here. Let's see what else I'm going to include there for you, brother. I'm going to include these two right here. I'm going to include two more cards there for the fact that you just mentioned that, because none of those are pretty good. I love the attitude, man. So I'm going to include a 2012 first-year Prism Hall of Fame Frank Gore, and I'm also going to include this Mike Evans rookie card, this Bowman for you. I'm going to include those two in there for you as well, man. Sweeten it up a little bit. So Brett Hallamore says, I've been buying Megatron rookies. They still cheap. Hall of Fame next year. Sell right at ceremony time. This is a great point, Brett. And I actually just bought a Calvin Johnson Megatron rookie card on ComC the other day because I saw the prices and I was like, under $10? Yeah, man. He's Hall of Fame bound. And with the way the market's trending, the same thing with Peyton Manning. Man, yeah, dude was such a beast. And yeah, the Bowman's nice. I love that Mike Evans. And I've been watching the training camp every day live. I just have it up like on my phone while I'm working. And the Bucks training camp. I tell you what, guys, Chris Godwin did, and I watched an inside interview with Chris Godwin. He's like, don't listen to the rumors out there. Brady has not lost any arm strength. He's whipping it around every day. I mean, he's throwing deep balls. I watched him throw a couple deep balls today to Mike Evans. Made a nice, tippy toe catch in the back corner of the end zone. Gronk had a couple nice catches. They look good, man. They look good all around, dude. The defense, Devin White, so fast. You still got Levante David, Shaq Barrett. I'm so excited to see the Bucks play this year. Wow. Bought some Eli Manning rookie cards. Is that face a joke, or no, are you serious? I mean, hey, I like the idea. I mean, he's related to Peyton. He's got the Super Bowls. Yes, that's why I buy Michael Gallup rookie cards. Amari Cooper is arguably the #1 alpha in Dallas, but Michael Gallup's athletic profile is incredible. The guy is so talented, such a talented wide receiver, and Dak Prescott is building the chemistry. I don't know if you guys know this, but Dak Prescott actually built a football field in his backyard after the last season. And the dude's serious, man. He just doesn't have a ton of hype because first, you either love or you hate the Dallas Cowboys. But secondly, he went to some small college in Mississippi. He was a backup for a little while for the first year until Tony Romo got hurt. He came in, he played lights out. And they even to the point where they're like, no, we're not. Jerry Jones is like, no, we're not even going to put you back in, Tony. Dak's job. Tony Romo retired. I like watching Tony as a commentator. I bought a couple Tony Romo cards, first year selects, first year prisms. I think Eli is going to get into the Hall of Fame. That's kind of controversial, but he's definitely at the level where you get nominated and potentially get in. Just poor Eli, man. He went out, did not go out and like his brother, on top. So Brad can be our investor. Brad, do you want to invest in a football field? Well, Shelly, that's a great point, Shelly. I should have never doubted him to begin with. It was not that I wasn't think that I really doubted him, but I was just more targeting Chris Godwin over all the others. And Chris Godwin still may be the number one producing wide receiver in the offense, but no, I guess I didn't really ever think that his arm strength diminished that much, but I just thought that at his age, that somewhat had to be diminished, but it doesn't seem like it at all. Brad's Christian Kirk, another guy I like to target for sure, for sure. Okay, second pack. We got a hit in here. I think this guy purposely weighed these things, and he knows that this one. All right, so this is Thursday Night Football. All right, so my question is going to be who. All right, you guys ready? I want to get you get ready. All right, because this could be Lamar Jackson in here. All right, who do the Bucks play on Thursday night this year on October 8th? All right, it's the first Thursday night game that the Bucks are in. Who do they play? Everybody's scrambling to Google right now. Jameis, no. What team do they play? What team do they play? Oh, the Card Dojo. He gets it. He gets it. My man. I know he. Oh man, look at the Bear gaming guy. Miami Bears, Dolphins, Saints, Brian Dolphins, Chicago. The Card Dojo. You got it, brother. You got it. Isn't that funny, man? The pack breaker. He's a ninja, man. He's a ninja on the computer and the keyboard. I don't know. If you had to Google that, you were lightning quick, brother. So you get the pack. Let's see what's in here. See if I can add something cool to your collection. I don't know, man. There's got to be something good. I know how much you love the kid reporters, bro. And all your videos, you always throw the kid reporters. It's upside down. Oh, we got a Tom Brady on the top. So that fork. Fork. What is up, Stubby's Cards? Welcome to the quest, brother. I'm not sure if I've seen you on here before, but welcome, man. We're just getting ready to look into some cards. Let's see what the Card Dojo won. A Tom Brady. Oh, we got a Chiefs player. Got a Chiefs player. I know that's his team. Eric Berry. Yeah, Eric Berry, man. He's the guy there. Eric Berry's got a really good story, too. Let's see what else he's got. Man, there's got to be a hit in here because they're putting much better players in this. Jadeveon Clowney, and they flipped them all. They keep flipping them upside down. Chris Thompson, he gone. He not on the Redskins no more. I think he's actually he's in Jacksonville, I believe, and he's not any threat to Leonard Fournette. Don't worry about that, guys. Whoop. Marshall Faulk, a throwback to the vintage. Marshall Faulk was prolific. I see something. Man. Jimmy Smith. What is this? David Castro, offensive lineman. So you got a nice little rare parallel there. But what's the rookie? Oh, Christian Kirk. Not bad, man. Not bad. That's a much better hit than the last pack. Not bad at all, man. I'll try and that could definitely go for 10 double digits in the star stock market, and possibly way more halfway, 2/3 at the end of the season. I think we could see the Cardinals, Christian Kirk, great athletic profile, huge passing offense. Chiefs noise effect. Yeah, Card Dojo is great with his noise effects, man. I love that. Kid reporters all day. I'm gonna make sure to include the kid reporter in your care package. So Not bad is right. Not bad is right. So let me see. That was fun, guys. That was a lot of fun, dude. I have a lot of fun doing these giveaways and building up. Um, let's see. What do you guys want to know? What do you guys want to know from the extreme cheat sheet? I know somebody the other night was asking about Todd Gurley, and I think Todd Gurley is going to have a good season in Atlanta. The consensus on Todd Gurley is basically that he's going to have a really good season in Atlanta. And Gurley faces minimal competition for touches. Backup running backs Brian Hill and Quadri Olson, barring injury, is always a concern for Gurley. But he should be in line for double-digit touchdowns in 2020. He's no longer first-round talent, but offers massive upside at his current projection of the 15th ranked running back. Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley provide offensive balance, which should allow ample opportunities for a healthy Gurley, even though offensive coordinator Dirk Cutter, who the Buccaneers got rid of, proclaimed Gurley will be on a touch count. Take the gamble. The risk is very much worth the reward, guys. And this is what I love about fantasy football, because you look at it the same way with buying his rookie card. The risk is very much he's a volatile player. The injury risk is higher. The Falcons aren't really projected to go to the Super Bowl. They're in a really tough division. They got to get through the Buccaneers, and they got to get through the Saints. And they've got a really tough schedule this year. So does he go to the playoffs or the Super Bowl? Chances are no. Does he have a really good fantasy year? There's a high possibility there if he stays healthy. So that's the gamble of investing in the rookie card. Now, what I'm into is investing in all top fantasy producers across the board, whether they're on a team that's going to struggle getting to the playoffs or not, because I'm fine with a long-term hold. I'm fine with it. I'm in it for the long run, and if I see that Todd Gurley, if I buy Todd, I haven't bought any Todd Gurley rookie cards, but if I do, and I see that he gets injured, or that the Falcons just aren't going to make it to the playoffs, then I'll just hold that card. I'll hold that card till next year and see what happens. Or you buy it now in the anticipation that you sell it within the next month or so, because when I was doing my research, and that's actually my most popular video, going back and doing the research of what happened to Baker Mayfield, what happened to Kyler Murray, to get an idea of what to do with Joe Burrow, you could see that their card prices all went up and up and up the beginning of the season, the hype, and then they came out and they didn't have like Lamar Jackson type performances, and they went back down. And you could have bought their cards back at the price that you would have paid for it in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the season. And then their cards went back up again a little bit, but their teams didn't make the playoffs, and so they never went anywhere. Whereas Lamar Jackson, when he had his breakout year, his card was kind of flat. Like last year, his card was kind of flatlined, and then it started to go up a little bit throughout the beginning of the season. And whenever they beat the Patriots in the beginning of December, end of November, and the Patriots had a top 5 defense, all right, at that time last year, that's when his rookie card really took off. So that's the kind of stuff that I've noticed. And I'm so behind Brian Kingston. Yeah, NFC South is going to be brutal this year. Not for me, though, hopefully. Not for me this year. It's been a long time coming. I feel like the Bucs are hopefully finally going to get their time in the sun this year. Let me go back. I may miss some questions. Can you guys hear that? It's like pouring outside right now. So the Card Dojo asks, when should we be holding on to cards until September? Yeah, I think I kind of just talked about that. But I think, honestly, I would hold on to all your cards right now until the season starts. I think the card prices are going to peak for everybody that's been hyped up from fantasy football, from mainstream media regarding football, from all the beat reporters, all the live training camps, ESPN, everybody you can think of that is hyping up, talking about players in the NFL. We're going to see their card prices spike right as like that first weekend, and then the performance will come out on the field, and it's going to start to balance out card prices. And so that's what I've tried to do. Just like Brad back in May said, dude, buy Damian Lillard rookie cards. He's been a top point scorer for years and years and years. And I did. I bought like 5. I should have bought more looking back, but I bought like 5 or 6 of them for under $10, and sold them all within the last week for triple, quadruple what I paid for them, which I could have probably got like 10x return for what I paid for them. But there's going to be players like that in the NFL that their prices are just going to go up based on their performance, but it's going to balance out. You're also going to have players that go down. And so performance will start to drive card prices versus right now everything is just around hype. And if we get news a player gets injured, then his card price is going to go down. Or news that a player gets COVID or he opts out for the 2020 season, their card prices are going to go down. Otherwise, they're going to continue to go up. Brian Kingsley, that's hilarious. Who are 4 playoff picks? Jerry S. asks, who are your playoff picks for this year? Will you be targeting those QBs or skill positions? Yeah, absolutely, man. And I'll have a better idea as we get through the first few weeks of the season. But right now, you look at the power rankings, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Saints, the Bucks, are all up at the top of the power rankings, and we could see any of those teams go to the playoffs. The Bills are definitely the Bills have a favorable schedule the first half of the year, even though Josh Allen's not eventually Josh Allen's going to come out and he's going to throw too many interceptions, and his card prices are going to go down. But they have an easy schedule, and he's pretty mobile. And they could easily see them go like 9-2 or something. But he's got a cannon, but he's not accurate at all. When you look at his statistics going all the way back to college last year, all his entire career, he's not accurate at all. He's actually one of the worst accuracies in the NFL. The Eagles are another powerhouse team, huge power ranking. The Eagles, watch out for them. Obviously, the 49ers, Green Bay Packers, I didn't mention them, but they're no-brainers. The Tennessee Titans championship game last year. I love the Packers. I love the 49ers because their defense is just so good. The Seahawks, of course, up there in the power rankings. The Ravens, Cowboys, we talked about them. The Patriots are going to make a run. I think we're going to see Cam Newton's card price. Cam Newton's another guy I'm buying more of right now, even though I'm not a big Cam Newton fan. With his rushing ability, he's got the chip on his shoulder after being let go, forced out of the Panthers clubhouse, being there from day one. He's been there since he was drafted in 2011. And so now he's got this huge chip on his shoulder. He's been training like a madman this offseason. The Patriots have lost, they've lost like 10 players to opt-outs. And their defense is taking some hits. Big name defensive player there, Dante Hightower, on their defense opted out with some other guys. I think you're going to see Cam Newton be forced to. He's going to go out there and ball, not necessarily through the air, because look at his options: N'Keal Harry, unproven, Mohamed Sanu. I don't think that it's going to be through the air, but I think you're going to see Cam put up some really good highlights on the ground running. The Raiders, another team that we can definitely look at. The Vikings have been in contention the last several years, and I think they'll continue to play well this year. I don't think that they're going to they'll be like in that wild card spot, with the Chargers maybe. So those are my main picks for Brian, nice. Shirley, arthritic, never be healthy. Todd Gurley. So I could see it, man. That's why I really haven't pulled the trigger on Todd Gurley yet. Nicholas, welcome, Nicholas. I'm not sure what passport cards are. If anybody knows what passport cards are, please respond to that question. I'm not sure what passport cards are. I'm not sure if I've seen. My thoughts on Goff. Goff is my thoughts are not very high on Goff. Let's put it that way. Yes, he was drafted very high, a lot of draft capital, but I think that Goff kind of showed his true colors last year. I think he's more of a game manager, and he's got to have a really good supporting cast efficiency. I'm more interested because of the Sean McVay coaching scenario and what he brings to the table alone, and the fast pace of play there, and their primetime scenario, and their big market presence being in LA. That's why I bought some Goff cards, and they're pretty cheap right now. I wouldn't spend a whole lot on Goff cards though. If you're going to go Goff, why not buy Matt Ryan, someone who's actually got the NFL resume or the merit? Or why not buy Matt Stafford, another guy who's got the resume, who's got the merit? And if Stafford didn't get injured last year, he would have beat out Dak, probably beat out Dak for the most passing yards in the NFL. He was trending for 5,000 passing yards, and they've got the weapons. You know, I'm really excited to see what DeAndre Swift brings to the Detroit Lions. Kenny Golladay is like baby, they call him Babytron, you know, so he's an incredible athlete, great hands, man. That guy's an incredible wide receiver. He's one of the top ranked wide receivers going into this year. So he's like the next Calvin Johnson. So I love that selection. So for that price point, I'd rather buy those guys, Matt Ryan. And then if you look at someone who's very close in age to Goff, Goff was the 2016 1.1 draft pick. Baker Mayfield being 2017, or no, sorry, 2018, but very close in age. You can probably pick up a Baker Mayfield for the same price, and I expect Baker to have a much better season this year than Jared Goff. Another guy that you could probably buy for that similar price point that I would rather have is Daniel Jones as well, because Daniel Jones is much more mobile than Jared Goff. It's just that Jared Goff relies so heavily on the supporting cast, and I'm not a big Jared Goff fan. When you look at his player profile, like if we look at where Jared Goff is ranked, his little avatar is hilarious. It's like that, like a little midget. But the good news, okay, so here's some good news. This is Goff's fourth season in the NFL. Wasn't a disastrous as his rookie year, but certainly underperformed given his opportunity. Goff's 626 pass attempts not only tied Jameis Winston for the most in the league, but it was also 65 more passes than he threw in 2018. Nonetheless, Goff still fell short of his 2018 total yardage by 50 yards. Goff's shortcomings were highlighted by 5 single-digit fantasy outings over the course of the season. That's not good. So the Rams' offensive line provided Goff a reliable 85% protection rate, yet his 68% clean pocket completion percentage in those situations ranked number 30 out of 35 qualified quarterbacks. So his clean pocket, that means the scenarios where he was protected in the pocket, his completion percentage was terrible. On top of that, Goff made 48 danger plays that could have resulted in an interception, which was third most in the league. Goff's deep ball completion percentage also fell 10% from 2018 to 2019, the third biggest drop of qualified passers according to the data analysis tool from Player Profiler. The good news, now here's the good news for Goff, is that it's hard to imagine him playing this poorly again in 2020. Even if his pass attempts aren't quite as lofty as they were last season, his fantasy production should still benefit from regression to the mean. So it's basically saying he did so bad last year that he should have a little bit better year this year. So offsetting departures, they lost Brandon Cooks, Todd Gurley, but he still has Cooper Kupp. He still has Robert Woods. So there you go. There's a really in-depth take on Jared Goff. That's why I like those other guys at that price point, brother. Cowboys on Beat the House, Sports and Politics. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to have to disagree. I love the Red Rifle, man. I bought rookie cards of him here because I think if something does happen to Dak Prescott, if he gets hurt, then Andy Dalton, his rookie cards are going to go through the roof. And he's a good passer and the good accuracy rating when he gets protection. And the Dallas Cowboys have one of the best O-lines in the game. So, yeah, Andy, that's legit, man. He's legit. He's top 3 quarterbacks right now. He got a vote for MVP last year. Don't be hating and shocked if Dak gets an MVP this year. It's going to be hard to get it from Mahomes and Lamar, but I like this. Thank you very much. Yeah, David, you guys got to watch that recent video. David Hunter sent me an incredible package, and I'm going to take this Michael Jordan down, actually, and I'm going to build a little custom shelf and get my Sawzall back out and build a little tiny wood shelf that I can sit those on and put them on display, because those Bucks cards he sent me were off the chain. Dude, so thankful. Awesome. He just made my personal collection legit. Like, my personal collection right there is okay, but what David Hunter sent me literally is 100 times better. So a question, David. I told Andy on 3 of the cards was star rubies. Oh, yeah, I still have to look at it. Yeah, the Nickerson was a ruby parallel. Yeah, it's incredible, man. For soccer, there's a website where it tells you how much the player is worth, and it could help the soccer investment. Oh, really? Gaming God, please share. I'm not into soccer yet, but I've been seeing Brandon Chung talk about soccer. Flipping Steve, I think, was on his channel. I think Personal Finance Dad was talking about soccer. Seeing more and more people talking about soccer. I think that other YouTuber, Sasha T, I remember I watched one of his videos that pulled me in. That was like a day in the life. He had a bunch of soccer cards that he had graded. Yeah, please do. What is up, Samuel's Views? Cheers, y'all. We're actually just wrapping up here. David Garcia, send me an email to FF Card Link, or go to my channel homepage and my website. You can, if you click my website right at the bottom of the homepage, it will take you. That'll also give you access to my sheets, which are really cool. I'm working on some major improvements there as well, because I'm able to extract the data now from their completed world famous draft kit, extract all that data and put it into my Google Sheets and give it to you guys for free. And I'm also going to add in the links there for the rookie cards, right? So we combine the best of both world fantasy football projections and rookie card prices so we can make educated decisions. And then for the quarterbacks, I've added in all their social media followings and all that kind of good stuff. I've also added in a column for their Vegas odds. Send me an email to ffcardlink@gmail.com or visit my website, which is thefantasyfootballcardquest.squarespace.com. And link up with me. Card Dojo, I've got your email, brother. So I'll connect with you either on IG or on there to get your address. I know it's somewhere in New York. I know you're somewhere in New York, but give me your address and I'll send you these cards, man. Everyone spam it. Hey, I'm pretty good at responding to comments. But yeah, sometimes I wake up because I have the notifications on my computer. It's like, which is good. I'll send a picture of the Brad. I'm like, man, this is a great way to wake up. You guys are like, I don't get very many trolls, which I'm sure it'll come with time as we continue to grow. I'm over 200 subscribers now, which is phenomenal. Obviously could not have done that without every single one of you guys here. So thank you very much. Cheers to you guys. But as I continue to grow, I imagine I'll eventually get some kind of troll. I know Brad told me he got a troll on his channel. some guy saying that he couldn't read his charts in his videos because he couldn't see good. It's like, okay. But I haven't got too much hate. I did get one guy that commented on one of my early videos and said, you make me sick or something like that, because he said, another card investor, I'm sick. That was his comment. And I was like, well, I mean, I like collecting too, but I mean, yeah, I mean, why we would play fantasy football is fun, but we also play it to make money and win, and it's a competitive nature, just like anything else, you know. Like, I enjoy what I do for work during the day, my system designer job. I like designing. That's why you guys see I put a lot of work into the editing of my videos, and I'm trying to get better at my cinematography and my filmmaking. I really enjoy, like, I enjoy that aspect of this. You know, I enjoy making that toenails. Got to squeeze those toxic zits or those. Wait, Brad told me that he was going to call his trolls Pau Gasols, because, you know, of how ridiculous he was, you know, and someone barely touched him. So send me toenails. No, please don't send me any toenails, dude. Like storing their collection up their ass. Some people like storing their collection up their ass instead of on the wall or in a desk. Thank you, Shelly. I don't have any yet. Hopefully I won't get any, but I'm sure at some point it's inevitable. You look at, like, I can't see how, you know, some incredibly famous YouTubers like Casey Neistat, you know, he's got haters. Like, how can you hate that guy? I mean, he's really nice. He's super transparent and makes really good videos. Like, how could you hate him? But there's people out there that hate him. I think there's people just, yeah, like you said, there's just weak people and people that have a really bad self-esteem, and maybe they've got a lot of shit going on in their personal life, or they were abused mentally, emotionally, and they just don't know how to get out of that hole, and they just project it onto everybody else. Oh, come on, man. I appreciate that, gaming god. That is the nicest thing that someone said tonight. So that's nice, man. Andy will send. I need it, man. I need it. You see, I'm bald. Send me some hair. There's a hilarious picture of me out there on my personal Facebook. My daughter, when the first time she got her haircut, I was already bald like this, and this was just a few years ago. She's only 5. So when she first got her haircut, she told the hairdresser that she wanted to save the hair she cut off so she could give it to her dad because he didn't have any hair and he was going to get cold. So she came home with this little paper bag of all this hair. So I taped it on my head, being funny, and it was pretty hilarious. She got a good laugh out of it. I'll have to send that to you. Brad's an instigator. He also, there's a video on YouTube of me skydiving, and Brad's in the background in the plane, also skydiving with me, going, because I'm terrified of heights. And without asking me or anything, Brad buys me tickets, a Groupon to go skydiving. He's like, happy birthday, Andy, when we going? And I'm like, what? I don't want to go skydiving. That's the last thing I ever want to do. And yeah, and I did it. And my kid, like, I still watch that video like every week because my daughter loves it. Like, she wants to go skydiving so bad. And I'll just send you guys the link if you want it. It's on YouTube. And that was hilarious. But yeah, you can see how nervous I am. And Brad on the plane in the background, sticking his head around the other guy. Like, every time we watch that, like, my wife's like, Brad's such an instigator. Couldn't pay me. It was definitely fear conquering. I mean, dude, you want something that just takes away all control and everything from you is skydiving. I mean, it's absolutely incredible feeling that I'll never forget. I'm glad I did it, but I told the guy very reluctantly at the bottom. He's like, "Would you do it again?" I'm like, "Ah, man, I don't know, man. That was a once in a lifetime thing." Oh, man. Ooh, parasailing. What is up, Sam Bergstrom? I parasailed in Mexico. Enough rush for me. Yeah, parasailing. Whew, that sounds terrifying as well, man. You have to land in the water when you parasail, right? Or I don't even know how that works, but um, yeah, you could definitely tell that Brad watching me skydive from the back of the plane was the present for him. That was hilarious. Whew. Skiing is intense, dude. I have gone snowboarding. You sound like one of those guys that just goes straight down the black diamonds. Might be last. Yeah, I was intense, man. And the thing was, so they knew I was terrified of heights, and they knew that I'd never done this before. I didn't want to do it. You could tell that I was so nervous. So they thought it was a funny joke because so Brad's over there telling his skydive guy, "Oh, hey, this guy's terrified of heights. It's his first time. We got to mess with him." So he comes up and he starts saying, "Oh man, you sure you're gonna be all right?" Talking to the guy that I'm attached to, like the guy that's on the back of me, the guy that's supposed to be an expert skydiver, and they talked him up like this was the first time that he had ever gone skydiving. So needless to say, I was even more terrified. They finally, though, I'm like, "Are you serious? Like, dude, please do not tell me this is the first time you're ever going skydiving." Finally, I was so serious about like calling it off that they're like, "No, no, no, no. This guy's been doing it for 30 years. They're just messing with me. Like, I don't want to go skydiving, let alone with a guy. This is the first time that he's ever jumping out of an or like ever doing it too. Like, this is crazy, man." All right, guys. This has been a blast. We've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. Card Dojo, congratulations. David Garcia, congratulations, brother. Um, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I had a lot of fun, as always. I'll see you guys in that next video. I should have another video up by Sunday. Next couple videos are going to be all research related on player rookie card research and card market research. Just getting really heavy into the draft classes, looking at matchup specific opportunities that we could see. And oh, we got a bold prediction. I like it. Any other bold predictions or last words here? Sam Bergstrom's bold prediction for the NFL season, if it is fully played, Broncos win the division over the Chiefs. Holy cow, dude. That is bold. Sam, you're a bold man, brother. You're a big, that is a big, that is a bold prediction. Wow. I think you stand alone with that prediction. If you are right, guys, it's put up here. Sam Bergstrom, you could be a genius. People could be looking back at this in 6 months, and hey, we'll see, man. Yeah, Chiefs read Card Dojo. Yeah, yeah, Chiefs repeat. I'm glad you guys get a lot of value out of my videos, man. I really enjoy doing these. Ooh, you know what? I've already made $100 on Star Stock in 1 week, so I'm off to a good start. Bold prediction. Comeback card says that I won't bring you COVID next week. See, that is a hopefully a very sound prediction. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you for subscribing and joining the quest. Very happy to have you here. You're officially the first female on our channel on our quest, so it's very nice to see the 0.5% out there. I'm so glad you enjoy our content and our camaraderie, and you can have fun with us. This is awesome. 4 Pro Bowlers in secondary and great pass rush. Only way to beat them. Hey, man. Hey, man. Stranger things have happened, right? Seahawks for sure. Love me some Russell Wilson. Comeback card investor. Man, you guys are on a roll tonight. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. You guys, this has been a blast. Peace.